everybody and welcome back to the Blossom Crochet channel. In this crochet tutorial I will be showing you how to add this absolutely beautiful 3/4 round border to your crochet projects. Now I've worked this around a beautiful half spiked granny square, which I will leave a link for in the description. But the border rounds themselves are worked from here onwards, and you can see the absolutely beautiful delicate finish that you get with this border. So it's a little bit holey, a little bit lacy, but I just think that that really finishes it off nicely. It would work on absolutely any project, any size blanket. Literally you could add this border to absolutely anything. So I'll just give you a closer look. We've got these beautiful cross stitches, some puff stitches, some lace stitches. It's a really lovely one to work. So for this one you want to start with a round of double crochet all the way around. So remember, that's UK double crochet. In the US I'm talking about your single crochet. And I'm not going to show you that step in the tutorial, but I just thought there wasn't really much point showing you how to do a double crochet round because you probably know how to do that already. The only thing I would always suggest is starting in the corner like I did, and then I'm finishing in my corner. So I've just slip stitched to the top of the first double crochet that I did, and I'm ready to move on to our next round. So obviously the double crochet border is the simple part of this pattern, which is why I didn't include it step by step in this tutorial. So you want to slip stitch into your corner space that you will have created, so you'll have a lovely chain 2 corner space just here, and then you're going to chain up 2, and that is going to count as our first treble, so UK treble, US double. And then you're going to put another UK treble into that same chain 2 space, so yarn over into your corner space, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We're then going to chain 2, which is going to create our new corner space, and then straight back into that same space you'll put 2 more trebles, so 1 and 2. So that is how you will do each of your corner spaces: 2 trebles, chain 2, 2 trebles. We're now going to be working on our crossed stitches. So we're going to skip the top of this first double, which might be slightly hidden by these stitches. We're going to skip the one after that, so you're going to skip 2, and then you're going to put a UK treble into the third. You're going to chain 1, and then you're going to work back into the first stitch that we missed. So you'll have 1 stitch in between those that isn't worked into. So we're going to go back into that first stitch that we missed just here, and you will put your UK treble. Make sure that you pull up those loops a little bit so that your work doesn't pinch, and complete your treble. So we now want to skip 2 again, but just make sure and take some care when you're counting your stitches, because obviously it will pull slightly to one side here. So we have worked into this stitch here, so we're going to skip 1 and 2 and then treble into the third. Chain 1, and then again go back to the first stitch that we missed. So we've got this one and this one, so this is the one that we want, and treble. Again, pull up so that it's not too tight, and then again skip 2 and treble into the third. So again, taking care to make sure that you're counting correctly, you're going to skip 2 and treble into the third. Chain 1, and again go back to the first stitch that you missed and treble. So if you continue that all the way along to your next corner space, which is where I will meet you in a second. Now as you get towards the end, you might be lucky and end up with the perfect amount of stitches to work into. However, you might just have to fiddle with this last couple of stitches and just place it as best you can to finish off this side. You might need to only skip back and put the last one into and the very next stitch just here. Like I say, you may just have to fiddle around a little bit just to make that very last stitch work, or even do what I've done and work back into the same stitch that part of your other cross treble was worked into. Just work it best you can. And then into your corner chain 2 space you will do your 2 trebles, chain 2, 2 trebles. Chain 2 and then 2 trebles back in that same space. And then again you're ready to work along your next side, but that is how you should be looking at this point. So if you continue that all the way around, and I will meet you in just a second. So once you've worked that all the way around, you will simply slip stitch to close into the top of that very first chain 2 that you did at the start of the round. And that is how you should be looking so far. It should sit nice and flat, as you can see. Now you can continue in the same colour, however I'm going to be using a different colour for this next part of my border. But if you were to continue with the same colour, you just want to slip stitch into your corner space and then go from there, which is where I will meet you in a second. But I'm just going to grab another colour and I'm just going to attach with a standing treble. However, if you've slip stitched to your corner, you will just chain up 2. And then I'm going to put another treble in that chain space, chain 2 for my new corner, and 2 trebles again into the same space. So it's exactly the same as the row below. But now along our straight sides, I'm going to be doing some lovely puff stitches. Okay, so I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to skip to the space in between these lovely crossed trebles here. So I'm going to be working into that space in between the crossed trebles. So you can see you've got that chain 1 space just there. I'm going to yarn over, insert into this chain 1 space, yarn over and pull up nice and tall, yarn over, back in the same space, yarn over and pull up again nice and tall, yarn over, insert, yarn over and pull up, and then you'll yarn over and pull through all of those loops. You'll chain 1 to close, and then you'll chain 1 for in between your puff stitches, and then you'll go straight into the next chain 1 space in the middle of your next cross trebles. Yarn over and pull up, yarn over, back in, yarn over and pull up, one more time, yarn over and pull up, and then again yarn over, pull through all of those loops, chain 1 to close your puff stitch, chain 1 to move to your next chain 1 space, and you'll just work that all the way along to your corner space, where I will meet you in a second. So once you get towards your corner space, you will have your lovely row of puff stitches, and then into your corner space you will work your 2 trebles, chain 2 and 2 trebles. And then again you will be ready to continue with your puff stitches all the way around. So again you'll chain and then you'll skip to your first chain 1 space in between your first crossed treble. So continue that all the way around and slip stitch to close when you get back to where you started from, and then I will meet you for the final round in just a second. So that is how you should be looking at this point. Obviously you can finish it there if you wish to, but I'm just going to add one final round with my darkest colour, and again I will be joining in a corner space. Sorry, that's the dog snoring if you heard that. So I'm just going to insert my hook into my corner space. Again, if you're continuing, you will just slip stitch to your corner space and then chain 1 and then do a UK double crochet into that corner chain 2 space, at which point you will be exactly where I am now. I'm going to chain 2 and UK double back in that corner space. I'm now going to chain 3, double crochet into that chain space, chain 3, skip my puff stitch, double crochet into the chain space, chain 3, double crochet in the next chain space, chain 3, skip the puff stitch, double crochet in the next space. And you will do that all the way along to your corner space, where you will do double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. And that is just a really simple finish for this particular border. Obviously you don't have to do this final round, you could even change it to do a round just of normal UK doubles all the way around if you wanted to. I just wanted a slightly lacy and open finish to this particular border. But that is how you will be looking. So that is it for this tutorial. Like I say, you will continue that all the way around and then slip stitch to finish to the top of your first doubles of this round. So that's your beautiful 3-round border. I really do hope that you like this one. If you do, please do remember to give the tutorial a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. But I will see you for another tutorial really soon. But thanks as always for watching, and bye for now.